Fox 61 Morning News starts now.
March Madness turning into March Sadness for the UConn men's basketball team in the first round. I'm Sean Pagano. We've got action and interviews coming up from the first round of the NCAA tournament in your morning sports.
And Russian troops in Ukraine striking again, leading to this massive fire here, sending people running for shelter after their homes were destroyed.
And we're learning new details in a deadly shooting in Farmington Wednesday night. We'll tell you what police say the brother of the victim said before that shooting. It's 4 o'clock on a Friday. We hope you're having a good one so far. Thank you for waking up with us here on Fox 61. I'm Symphony Privet.
And I'm Keith McGilvery. Good to have you here. A lot of tough stuff to deal with this morning, but the weather is going to be a bright spot of the day for sure. Dina Morenti standing by. We've been paying attention all week, so I'm hoping that picture has not changed.
It hasn't. It's going to be delightful out there today. Temperatures in the 70-degree range.
Dan, this is the day I've been waiting for.
I know, and it's Friday too.
And it's Friday.
So much better. So it's going to be a spectacular day out there with sunshine, temperatures getting into the 70s, gorgeous stuff out there. And even this morning, you can already kind of tell it's going to be a warm day because those temperatures are already in the 50s across most of the state. The only cool spot is Torrington coming in at 49. Meanwhile, it's 51 in Hartford, 54 in New Haven, as well as Bridgeport and Danbury this morning, 53 in Groton. So warm stuff out there. We do have a little bit of cloud cover in place now. There's still a little bit of drizzle and mist in some spots with some scattered fog, but it's not really a huge concern. There is a dense fog advisory for Litchfield County, so you may run into some fog this morning, but that should burn off as we go on through the morning. I think by around 9 or 10 o'clock, it'll be just off to the races in terms of those temperatures going up as we go on through the day today. So beautiful stuff on tap. Nothing on the satellite and radar off to our west, so just great weather moving in for the day today. A few passing clouds at times, but I'm calling it mostly sunny for today as that delightful weather will be out there. And then by tonight into tomorrow morning, clouds roll back in, and then we have the chance for some rain. In fact, a pretty good chance. I think it is going to rain during the day tomorrow, especially in the mid to late morning hours, which unfortunately is when the Hartford St. Patrick's Day Parade is happening. Look at that radar right at 11 a.m. Not looking all that wonderful across the state with some of those downpours and maybe a day filled with downpours as we go on through Saturday. So we'll be keeping a very close eye on that. But it's all the more reason to enjoy today. Look at these temperatures into the low to mid 70s. The record high today at Bradley Airport is 74, I believe. So we could be breaking, tying, or possibly breaking that record today. The shoreline will be a little cooler due to a sea breeze, but still mostly sunny skies, a delightful day. We'll have more updates on this weekend forecast. Everything you need to know coming up in just a little bit. That's the latest for now. Back to you.
All right. Thanks so much for that, Dan. And a reminder as we head into the weekend, you can check out the latest from our Fox 61 weather team, the forecast. The St. Patrick's Day Parade is tomorrow. A lot going on. All the info you need right there at your fingertips.
All right, well, a lot of UConn basketball fans tuned in for the big game yesterday, hoping their team would move on to the second round of the NCAA tournament.
Yeah, that was not the case. Fans were left disappointed as the men's team falls to the New Mexico State Aggies. Let's turn things over to Sean Pagano, who has our morning sports recap.
Well, good morning, everyone. Let's tip things off with college basketball, first round of the NCAA tournament, and this is what everyone was looking forward to in year 4 under Dan Hurley. The Huskies looking to take that next step as a program. We're talking about winning in the NCAA tournament. UConn coming in as a number 5 seed. First round action against New Mexico State, the 12 seed. Now, this is Hurley's second trip to the big dance as a top dog in stores. He has been, his team has been playing well down the stretch, but the Huskies went nearly 10 minutes to start the game, scoring only 6 points until Tyler Polley came off and hit a couple of threes. Adama Sanogo actually didn't have a bucket until very late in the first half, although things were tight. The Huskies struggled offensively. Teddy Allen for New Mexico State was on it. Aggies up 10 at the break. Second half, some shots started to fall for the Huskies. R.J. Cole hit a couple of threes. He finished with 20, trying to pace UConn. Isaiah Whaley willing his team. He hit a couple of big threes. Tyrese Martin struggled much of the game. He ended with just 9 points. The Huskies would tie it, but Allen made big shot after big shot for the Aggies. He had 37, and New Mexico State upsets UConn 70-63. Huskies end their season 23-10.
It was emotional just knowing that was the last 40 minutes of basketball that we're going to be able to play with that group together. So it was kind of like stunning and sad, shocking, a lot of whole different emotions. All of them probably still haven't sat in with everybody and things like that, but I feel like once I walk out of there tonight, it's going to hit me.
I mean, this group, we built a lot in these last 2 years. And honestly, just to see, it all go away right now. Not all go away, but this game right here it hurt, honestly. We just I feel like we just gave it all back what we worked for this season. So it's a tough way to go out.
Well, the UConn men really did have an outstanding year. So now we're going to turn our attention to the women's team. Now, we'll be with them every step of the way. They get going this weekend in stores. The second-seeded Huskies will host number 15 Mercer on Saturday at 1 o'clock at Gamble Pavilion in the first round. Gino and the gang are coming off a Big East tournament title last week, ready to make a run at a 12th national title, but it would be their first since 2016.
The way we played in the tournament, I think, gives us a glimpse of like what we could be, In the end, it still comes down to the teams that play really, really well are going to win. The teams that don't play well are going to lose. And it doesn't matter what their seed is.
Again, the first round is Saturday in stores, 1 o'clock tip for the UConn women against Mercer. A couple of other teams to keep an eye on. The Fairfield University women's team plays Texas tonight at 8 o'clock, while the Yale men's basketball team tips off this afternoon, 2 o'clock against Purdue. Certainly going to be a fun ride to watch them. Well, the first state title up for grabs on the high school scene last night. Boys hockey D3 Conard Newington. Second period, the Chieftains get on the board first. Brady Naris makes it a 1-0 Newington lead, or a Conard lead, I should say. Still in the second, though, Newington ties it and takes the lead right here on the rush. Tanner Jorzak right there to put it home. The Nor'easters add another and win the Division III state title. 3-1 is the final over Conard down on the ice at Quinnipiac University. Congratulations to them. That is a check on sports. I'm Sean Pagano. Y'all have a great day.
And we are continuing our coverage on the situation unfolding in Ukraine this morning. More bombs fell, striking buildings and causing several floors to collapse. And this all sending thousands of terrified residents running for their lives.
Yeah, and if we just take a moment to just sit back here and look at this. This is imagery coming from one of the latest attacks here. An apartment building was struck. Firefighters, first responders trying to assess that situation, but it's massive. Those plumes of smoke are massive. The destruction here is massive. People being injured here, trying to protect themselves from that property and fighting back here. But the pictures here, they say a lot. Airstrikes in Kyiv just all over this place. Black smoke pouring into the air, the roof collapsing there as well. A challenging, terrifying situation there.
And these images show what's left of a theater in Mariupol, which local authorities say was being used as a shelter with hundreds of Ukrainian residents inside of it until a Russian airstrike destroyed it. You can just see that widespread destruction there. The windows and practically half of the building blown out or collapsed. Wreckage everywhere at that site, and now no place for those refugees to stay safely. Well, we spoke one-on-one with Senator Chris Murphy on Thursday, and he discussed numerous topics, including his trips to Ukraine, how the sanctions placed on Russians can impact the duration of the war, and how President Zelensky is continuing to fight for freedom.
He has rallied not just all of Ukraine, but all of the world to this fight for democracy. He has made Putin look so sort of small and tiny in comparison to this outsized figure of Vladimir Zelensky standing up for global democracy. And I think he's gotten Congress to step up and do more than maybe we would have otherwise, had we not seen this kind of capable leadership from Ukraine.
You can catch the full interview with Senator Murphy on our website at fox61.com.
Meanwhile, we are learning more this morning about the man charged with the murder of his sister's fiance in Farmington. DeAndre Linder arraigned in court Thursday, charged in the shooting death of Jorge Camacho. Police say Linder lived with his sister and Camacho and the couple's 2 kids at home on Sunset Terrace. Police say Linder shot and killed Camacho while the couple was sleeping Wednesday night. Neighbors say the couple was expecting another child.
It makes me feel even worse about everything. It's so sad. I heard some unusual things, but nothing like a gunshot or anything like that. Otherwise, I would have probably freaked out.
Wow. So a motive not clear at this point, but the arrest warrant alleges Camacho gave Linder 2 weeks to find a job or to move out of the home. Police say Linder stole Camacho's car, which was later spotted on the highway where police took him into custody. The 3 suspects accused of several brazen thefts throughout the state are now being linked to another burglary. James Hill, Brandy Quadrato, and Nasif Muhammad now facing more criminal charges. This latest incident happening at the Stop and Shop on Flanders Road in East Lyme back in November. Police saying early in the morning, the 3 suspects loaded up several shopping carts with things like detergent, meat, and seafood and loaded up a pair of vehicles before just taking off here. Police estimating they got away with with more than $3,800 worth of stuff. That incident in East Lyme happening several days prior to a viral incident caught on camera at Market 32. We had showed you this video before in Oxford, where police say those same suspects loaded up their vehicles with stolen items from that store and sped away there as well.
Moderna is asking the FDA to authorize another dose of its COVID-19 vaccine. The reason behind this decision, straight ahead.